Yeah, just not really well blocked.
Welcome back to Between the Vines. It is a new day, a new year. Trying to find some things to cheers to today. We are at the Acadian Wine Company in West Grove, Pennsylvania. Happy New Year, Trey.
Happy New Year to you too, my brother. You know, and Lily as well.
Happy New Year, Lily. This is not my dog. He's just very fond of me.
Yeah. But, you know, it's 2024, man.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, we're trying
undefeated.
Yeah.
We're undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated right now. Find something for us to cheers about, you know, what we usually do when we start off the show. So, you know, number one is 2024.
2024. It's a new year.
It's a new year. Cheers to anyone that you said.
Yeah, anyone that had Julio Jones for 2 touchdowns yesterday probably made a good chunk of money.
A great chunk of money. I'm pretty sure that definitely wasn't on anybody's card. But cheers to them.
Yeah.
And then,
And
yeah, but I think that's about it. I think that's good enough with cheers. All right. Yeah, cheers. All right. Yeah.
first up, we're drinking the Pinot Grigio. Smells clean and crisp.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely has some citrus background to it. It's good. Good taste.
That is good.
I really like it. I love when we start off with like nice, cold, clean wines to start us off. Nice, crisp wines. But anyway.
Back to the game.
Yes, the game. Where do you want to start?
Well, I don't know where to start. Did you go to the game?
I did not go to the game.
I was down there.
Okay, how was that?
It was a New Year's Eve. It was wild. It was
Yeah.
fun. I mean, it was fun. Good scenario, bad ending.
Yes. You know what? All right. So let's start here. So, you know, you go into this game, you know what all is riding on the game. You got Gannon coming back.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's talking about how everything played out in Arizona. You know, the energy that left from that game, his mind wasn't all into the Super Bowl because he was getting interviewed by the Arizona Cardinals. He ends up getting the job, doesn't even fly back with the team because he's there getting hired as the head coach for the Arizona Cardinals.
He's
and so now
he's focused on tearing his ass up.
yeah, so everybody's all fired up. Josh Sweat puts out a tweet, "Oh, we're going to light him up. This is going to be the game that we're lighting up." Everybody had it circled on their calendar.
Weird game to circle.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Very strange.
3-12.
3-12. Well, now 4-12.
Oh, yeah, now 4-12. You know what I'm saying? But 3-12 going into this game. And
In a shootout, bro.
In a shootout. And then Gannon comes in, you know, they win the coin toss. And instead of just saying, you know what, you know, we want to take the ball and try to quiet the crowd. No, let's kick it off. Let's see what they're going to do first. And they held them 3 and out.
Yeah.
A 3 and out. You know, and I understand sometimes you want to say, okay, you know what, we want to defer the coin toss. We get the ball in the second half. But I know if I'm going into this situation, a big game like this, I would want to get the ball so we can score to kind of take the crowd out of it.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
No, he said no.
We'll be able to stop him.
No, we're going to go ahead and defer it. Let's see what you can do. And held them 3 and out.
Yeah.
A 3 and out. And you come out and say, all right.
In your own stadium.
Yeah, in your own stadium. When you run the ball, you say, okay, we're going to run the ball a couple of times. You get in 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 2. And instead of just saying, all right, you know what, let's run the ball again. No, you want to try to come out there and pass some ball. Jordan Mailata gets edge. He gets on the quarterback. And then now Hurts has to throw some little pass out the game well. And boom, there you go. It's 4th and 2. Why not just go ahead and brotherly shove there?
Just keep shoving?
Yeah, just keep shoving.
I mean, I think that they should have. Hindsight's 2020, though, you know? And we can obviously see that 2023 wasn't ending the way that we wanted it to for the Eagles.
No, not at all. And then you punt the ball, and then Arizona takes the ball and drives it right back down the field, 3-0.
Yeah, no, they moved the ball quickly on that first drive.
You know, I went back and I watched this game, and I've watched this game probably about 4 times now since we got here. You know, I watched it, you know, yesterday, and then last night, and I watched it twice this morning. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's how I am.
You've done a lot more homework than I have.
Yeah, you know, I watched the game. I've watched the game 4 times. You know, and I've watched it. You know, it's the condensed version.
Yeah.
But I've watched the game, and one of the things I noticed, And when I look back at it, and I know that everybody sits up there and we talk about linebacker play, linebacker play, linebacker play. I've never seen a group that plays into the blocks.
Into the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not trying to evade blocks. They're trying to, yeah.
It's not like how, you remember how Trotter was? Where he would come downhill. I mean, it would wham.
Yeah.
Kill the guard or whoever that's trying to block him and then shed him and then make a play. These guys play into the block and then just allow them to get just,
Yeah.
It was embarrassing to watch how our defense played.
Are there any guys like Trotter in the league anymore, though, that come downhill like that, really?
I think Baltimore is playing downhill.
Oh, yeah, Baltimore's
I mean, when you look at what the Jets did to us, the linebackers came and played downhill. I think that's a mindset. It's something that has to happen. But, for us, I think that our linebackers, they kind of just sit and wait. And they allow the linemen to get up there and they get pushed. And I mean, you had the running back. I mean, he looked like he was all world out there. I mean, there was nothing that they could do. And I mean, you got Kyler Murray. You got Kyler Murray out there, someone that they had to put a clause in his contract to tell him to read the playbook, to study the playbook, and he lit him up.
He runs funny.
He runs very funny.
He
and I
looks
think
like
because he's short.
But he looks like Super Mario.
Okay.
When he runs when he's about to take flight.
Yeah. So where it's about to be some like little stars floating out. Like where his feet catch on fire.
He definitely had the star yesterday. Here's what I want. It was what's his face? It was Bosa, right? Is the blueprint out there?
It's how to beat this team?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got 2 games left, basically.
I think the Jets really showed the blueprint of how to beat this team. How the linebackers need to be aggressive, come downhill, play downhill. If they make the pass, then they make the pass. But if not, you got to come downhill. You got to take the fight to them. Then I think that the 49ers, I think the Jets gave them that little punch where it was that punch on the chin. Like if you take it in the video game terms, I used to play a lot of Fight Night, the little boxing game. Yeah. And when you got that little hit and then it kind of like the screen kind of went a little black and then it was like, oh, that guy was dazed. Well, then the 49ers came in and just really took their soul, and then Dallas Cowboys just kind of went head on and, just finish him. You know what I'm saying? Just they gave him the finish move and rip your spine out, and then there you go. It was embarrassing, dude, to watch that game. It was 3-12 team came in here, and this is the coach that everybody blamed the Super Bowl on. Came here and kicked y'all ass.
Yeah.
But we'll just hear from our sponsor before we move on any further, because there's so much more I want to get into.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. A lot more wine to drink. Let's hear from Life Brand.
Let's face it, we've all posted things we regret. That's why we created Life Brand. Life Brand connects all of your social media accounts and then scans them for potentially compromising posts. With just a few clicks, you can delete old, potentially harmful social media posts so they're gone for good. It's fast, easy, and protects your privacy. Stay in control of your online reputation. Visit lifebrand.life today.
There was a new variation of the
the brotherly shove
pitch pass.
Yeah, pitch pass. With Gainwell, who played quarterback in high school, which is cool.
He?
Yeah.
I got you. All right, so next up here, this is the rosé.
Yeah. And I like rosé, man. I'm a rosé guy. I like rosé.
You do like rosé.
Yeah, I'm a rosé. I like a good rosé, man. Yeah, rosé all day. There you go.
Good. Smells like a good rosé.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's really good. That's a really good.
I would describe that as bright.
Yeah. That is a really, really good rosé.
Tasty rosé.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I want to read what some of the write-up is on it, because I mean,
it's floral and bright. I would say probably says something like that.
Yeah, it's fruitful. The summer water.
Summer
Fruit
water.
is something special, grown in Lehigh Valley. But it's a beautiful. I just like I like the smell of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really enjoying the aroma, like how you picking it up on your nose.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel like the boys played in the trenches?
I thought the offensive line did good. You know,
I thought they played good enough to win.
Yeah, I thought they played good enough to win. I thought that the run game was there. Whenever they called runs with Swift, I thought that, they did their job. You got to the second level. There were a couple times where you had Mailata, he didn't make it up to the linebacker. The linebacker came down, was a tackle for a loss.
Yeah.
That's going to happen in the game. I think overall, I thought protection was solid.
Yeah. A couple people get edge here and there, but overall, I thought it was a good performance.
I thought a couple times when the blitz did come, there were some issues with the blitz. You know what? Here's the thing that I always get concerned about. I don't like when the running back has to cross the quarterback's face to pick up a blitz. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime that happens, and everybody will say, "Oh no, that doesn't matter." Yes, it does. Because if the running back has to cross the quarterback's face, all that quarterback, he's trying to keep his eyes downfield, but he sees that green. He's going to see that color. And that's going to tell him, hey, something's coming. When you go back and you look at the pass that was on, when you had Slim running down the right side and he overthrew him over to the right, Slim should have caught that ball 9 times out of 10.
He always catches that. He always catches that.
Because I think that's one of the things that's very good about him is that he tracks the ball well.
Yeah, he adjusts while the ball.
Yeah, but I felt like when you go back and you look at that play, there was a blitz that came, and I think that what happened, it rushed Jalen and made him throw it awkwardly. You know what I'm saying? So it was
probably
a little
more outside.
Yeah, a little bit more outside than it should have been. But I'm not a big fan of if the blitz is coming to the left, if running back is to the right and the blitz is coming to the left, I think that that's something where the center and guard should be able to handle that, and you keep the running back to the right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just make that linebacker to the left, the Mike call, and then now you can switch that off there and keep the running back to the right, because if the running back has to cross the quarterback's face, no matter what, that flash of color, I think, speeds the quarterback up and makes him it
feels like the pocket's not as complete.
Something's coming, and it makes him like, I got to get rid of it now, and then that causes a problem, I feel.
Yeah, I could agree with you on that.
I think as the offense, I thought the offense, they put up 24 points, you know what I'm saying? Because you had the big return, for the interception, which was huge.
Good to see Sidney Brown out there making
really good to see Sidney Brown back there making big plays. That was a huge play. What, it was a 99-yard return or something like that?
98, I think.
Yeah, but
he showed such good field vision while he was running on that.
Yeah.
How many different times he changed directions, was able to make the cut so that he could go the whole way.
I thought he did really good. That was awesome. But again, when you go back and you look at our secondary, we get torched, and everybody's like, all right, you know what? Hey, where's the pass rush? Where's the pass rush? Where's the pass rush? Coverage dictates sacks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have if the quarterback isn't gonna, if he's always getting rid of the ball at 1.8, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't care who you put out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you put out there. Everybody plays so far back. They give up so much cushion. And you go back and you look at this play. You look at what was going on. There were no go routes. Everything was all right. Out, boom, break out. Out. Whatever the route tree is called.
Like deep under routes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, it was nothing. There was nothing that there was like a go route or something that was downfield. It was all comebacks, little outs or whatever, digs, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the route tree calls it, but it was nothing where it was like a receiver just going downfield. It was because our corners play so far off, so you take the cushion and make a quick little out, boom, there you go. Right. He's wide open. Right. Made it very easy for Kyler Murray. And then the linebacker play was just
abysmal.
Yeah. And then, okay, so who's the guy? Who do we bring in? Shaq Leonard?
Yeah, Shaq Leonard.
Okay, so Shaq Leonard is the guy that we bring in. And you're like, all right, hey, man, you're gonna make this play. Shaq Leonard, you're the guy. You're the linebacker that's going to heal everything that's supposed to happen.
I think that's a lot of pressure to throw on him.
Okay. All right. You're a 3-time Pro Bowler. You get a route out here to the left, and you got the running back. It's you and the running back on the sideline.
Yeah.
And you try to do some bullshit strip. Like, why not just go ahead and make the hit? Like, what is that? And he scored on it. You a man on. You're a 3-time Pro Bowl linebacker. You're the linebacker that we brought in that was supposed to heal everything, and instead you come in and you try to do some flop. Even the commentators were like, what kind of technique was that? Like, what is that?
I know.
I'm sorry, man. You know, like,
Fired up.
Like, what is that? I've watched the game so many times. I'm so pissed. You know, and then you come out there and something happens. So they hit. All right, so they run this run play to the left.
Drink the rest of your run.
Okay, all right, all right.
Some more alcohol.
All right, hear from Pino's palate, and then we'll come back with something else. All right.
So, what's the perfect night out? Any night spent at Pino's Palette. Pino's Palette. Paint, drink, have fun. Sign up online for your class today.
Oh, gosh. Because he didn't even finish the game.
Who?
Shaq Leonard.
Oh, he didn't finish the
No.
game? He came out?
Yeah, he was done. This is the Gruner.
Veltliner.
All right.
I want to say
Okay.
Veltinator.
Okay, cool. That works for me.
Also smells light and crisp, but I believe this was oaked, right?
It is, yes.
It's good.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
It's crisp. I'm trying to see if you don't really taste a lot of oak in it. Maybe it just transforms it a little bit.
Yeah, it's less than 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have like an oaky taste to it. It's good. All right. So
You feeling relaxed now?
no, I'm not relaxed at all.
Maybe we'll get to the reds.
Yeah, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, okay. All right. So
This is Trey's vent session.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, but okay, so
This is what
Shaq
we
Leonard.
need to hear.
So Shaq Leonard, he comes out, and you know, and I don't know what his injury was. You know what I'm saying? But it was a play. It was a run play that went to the left. He misplayed it, and then he tried to make a half-ass tackle on a running back, and he ends up trying to make a leg tackle, which the running back ran through, of course, and got probably about 8-9 more yards after it. And he's on the ground. You know, maybe it was his wrist.
He hurt himself?
He hurt himself.
Yeah.
He had a boo-boo. I don't know what it was, but he ended up not finishing the game. If your hand isn't like bent and your arm is up in a different direction,
Get up and walk off the field?
you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't finish the game? Like, what was it?
How do you know there was no bone sticking out of his wrist?
Well, show me.
Too gruesome for TV.
Show me. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be that you just don't finish the game.
Right.
You know, you had
Devontae. That's going to be a huge, big hit. I guess he's got like a pretty medium sprain on it, sprained ankle.
who? Oh yeah.
Devontae.
Okay.
Yeah, he got rolled up. Now go ahead. Let us have it.
All right, dude. All right. Okay, so Devontae Smith. So all right. So let's just go through the series of plays on that. All right. So first of all, let me rewind it really quick. First of all, this team never punted. All right. So now they come down. All right. So now it's what? It was 28-21. All right.
Yep.
So it's 28-21. So they drive down the field, score. All right. Then they come back. Dude, everybody talks about it, but dude, that onside kick was the play of the game. That onside kick was genius. It was 5 minutes and some odd seconds left in the quarter, in the fourth quarter. He goes out, kicks an onside kick. And so he's like, you know what? Why not? If we get the ball, cool. We go ahead and drive the field, we score. If not, then all right, we give them a short field. If y'all score, we still have time to drive the field and score again and tie it up, and then we go into. And I think that this team, if they would have had to do that, if the Eagles would have scored, they would have drove the field and went for 2 and won the game. You know what I'm saying? But instead, all right, so now you know what? You do an onside kick. All right, you get the ball. Hey, Mike is all celebrating. Yeah, we got the onside kick. Yes. All right, cool. So you get a couple plays, and so now. And then they say, okay, now we weren't playing conservative, but you call 2 quarterback, whatever it is, power runs that were stuffed. And then you say, all right, you know what? It's 3rd and 15.
Let's run a bubble screen.
Let's run a bubble screen. And you know who's going to be the lead blocker? Slim, the smallest guy on the damn offense. You got him as the damn lead blocker on and then he gets his ass rolled up. and you wondering why. And he's leaving the game in crutches and a boot. And he's like the number 2 receiver on the team.
Element of surprise, dude. They would have never.
Oh my God! Like how do you even do that? How do you you notice that they don't even run that play? And I think that one of the things
I saw him go to the ground, I was like, oh, that's not.
Dude, he's done.
We know how that feels. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. They rarely run those type of plays at AJ Brown's side. AJ Brown probably told him, no, hell no, don't run that type of shit to me. Don't run that to me. I would much rather be the guy that's going to go upfield, make some plays or whatever, but I'm not going to be the bubble screen lead blocker. Yeah. Like, what am I doing? Run that to Dallas Goedert. Let Dallas Goedert go be the lead blocker. Let him be the lead guy. Let one of the other. You're going to flex Gainwell out there, and you're going to have the smallest guy out there to be the lead blocker.
Absolutely.
You know what that made me think about? Yeah. You remember on Old School when they had to go and compete, do the little Olympics thing or whatever it was, and you had the really big kid, and he had to go do the jump on the little thing, and you had the little small kid that was like, hey, he's gonna spot you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it. You know what I'm saying? You got Slim.
When we were playing, we're like, hey guys, for this play, Trey, I want you to run the ball, and we're gonna have Westbrook play left tackle.
Let's put Westbrook out there.
I think it might work.
Yeah. Let's put. You know what? Not even Westbrook. Let's put Todd Pinkston out there. Let's put Todd Pinkston at left tackle.
Pinkston will wreck shop.
Yeah, put Pinkston out there and let him be the guy that's going to be the lead blocker on a play that we need 15 yards on. Dude, this game was so frustrating. I mean,
Do you think that AJ Brown has the same feelings as you? But
absolutely.
He keeps his mouth shut.
Yes, I think AJ Brown is kind of like, you know what? There is so much that I want to say, and I go back and I look at AJ and I look back at the game. And I look at how they're not being schemed open. Like everything that AJ Brown is catching, like, dude, it's always 3-4 guys hitting him on every route that he catches because there's always these little comeback routes or it's going to be the slant. I mean, he's getting hit by the corner, he's getting hit by the safety and linebacker almost every time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That has to wear on you.
No matter how big you are.
I don't care how much boxing or whatever you're doing in the offseason to kind of keep yourself up. Dude, that wears down on you. You're getting hit by a linebacker, safety, cornerback every time.
Well, that's the whole to that point, I feel like the brotherly shove has to wear on Kelsey and the guards.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't like the bubble screen's place in the game anymore.
It's terrible.
I don't feel like it's ran successfully enough by enough teams now. Like when it first came on the scene, I mean, maybe not first came on the scene, but you know how it's a copycat league. Trends hit and then people copy and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know who was doing it first, but you would see those bubble screens and they would hit quick and big. And then everybody tried doing it like, oh, that's great. We'll just do that. And now
I think that
seems like a wasted play now.
Because everybody plays it. You see it. You know that you get corners that's going to play up, and they just shoot the gaps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just go in there getting away, boom, just shoot it. And then now, if the player makes a play and gets upfield, all right, cool. But 9 times out of 10, if you shoot it and you take out that first blocker, it's done. It's over. Yeah. It's nothing to it. And like traditional screens don't work anymore because I think defensive tackles and linemen have gotten too savvy.
Yeah, they're very smart now.
Yeah, they read it. Oh, I got beat too. I won too easy here. Yeah. Where's the running back? Yeah. So, I think that some of those plays are wasted plays now. When's the last time a bubble screen really worked for us like that?
I don't ever remember the bubble screen working very well here for us.
It's almost like you're just calling something, and then, I think that AJ Brown is very frustrated. You say, okay, you know what? Hey, we go to New York with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. Yeah. I don't see this team beating New York.
That's trouble.
No, I don't. I don't see this team going to New York and beating New York. And then you say, okay, hey man, at least we in the playoffs. All right, what does that mean? All right, what, you get beat in the first round? What, you go down to Tampa? Right. You think you're going to win in Tampa? I don't see it. I think that right now this team is just shot.
So you say there's 2 weeks left?
Yeah, you got 2 weeks left.
2 weeks.
Everybody's kind of like, all right, I'm planning my vacation. Yeah.
Do you think, well, let's, should we move on to the Reds?
Yes, let's move on.
Yeah. Before we move on to the Red.
Yeah.
Let's do the wine word of the day.
That's cool. Let's do that.
Today's wine word of the day is capitalization, which is the process, which is illegal in Europe and very frowned upon amongst the wine snobs.
Okay.
because it's where you add sugar to the wine during the fermentation process to boost the alcohol content. And I don't know why it's frowned upon.
I kind of like it.
You make wine to get drunk. Why not make it stronger?
Yeah.
Well, it's like fortifying your wine with candy.
I kind of like the idea of it.
Well, so what's the strongest wine they've ever made?
Most wines, for it to be called table wine, has to be 14%.
16 as a few years ago.
Oh, okay, 16%.
Tastes very very alcohol-y.
Yeah, like if you can taste the alcohol in the wine, they call it hot. You can taste that ethanol, especially on the finish.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd like that.
No, not with wine. Yeah.
Chaptalization, adding adding sugar during the fermentation process to boost the alcohol. Today's wine word of the day is brought to you by Birds Nesting. I'm going to let Elizabeth Hermans take you away on that message.
I'm Elizabeth Hermans, founder and president of Birds Nesting. Birds Nesting is a real estate and lifestyle service for incoming professional athletes, coaches, and their families. Moving comes with its challenges and is a big change. Let Birds Nesting help you find the perfect place to live, settle you in and your family with our connections and trusted recommendations. Please visit birdsnestingphl.com for more information. Birds Nesting, for an easy landing.
So this is the red bone.
Red bone.
That's what it says, right?
Yeah, red bone. Yeah.
Trey, what does red bone mean?
Yeah, it's a medium body.
That's not what I thought.
It's medium body. Bone dry, robust red fruit. Cheers.
To the red bone.
To the red bone.
A lot of black fruit in the nose.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah. I like a red blend, man.
It's very smooth. Are you a red bone guy?
Yeah. Definitely a red bone guy.
It tastes delicious.
It tastes delicious. But yeah, man. So
Here's what I was going to ask you.
yeah.
Do you think in 2 weeks, I think in 2 weeks they're still playing football, hopefully, if they can figure some things out. But do you think if they're not playing football anymore in 2 weeks, do you think A.J. Brown goes off and airs it all out?
Nah. I don't think A.J. Brown is that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I think that at the end of the day, A.J. Brown is a team first guy.
I've kind of gotten that vibe
Yeah.
after watching how he's handled all this and stuff.
And I think that he would much rather not say anything than to just go ahead and light fire on everything, just go ahead and set everything ablaze. I think that, I know a lot of people try to compare him to T.O. I don't think he's anything.
I think I've done that.
Yeah, I don't think he's anything like T.O.
Just by physique, though.
Huh?
Just by physique.
Just by physique.
Yeah.
But I don't think mentally, like T.O. would just be like, you know what, here, where's the gasoline? And I'm getting matches, and I'm about to light fire to everything.
He was sending about a press release and
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I'm about to say something.
Yes, here I go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to just light everybody ablaze. But I think that A.J. Brown, his frustration is there. But
I think it's warranted, though.
huh?
I think it's
Yeah,
warranted.
absolutely. He's taking a beating every game. You know,
Not just that, but just, when you're, he's obviously, probably toward the middle to the latter half of his career, and this is probably looking at this like this is a good shot for him to go get a ring, and like how many more opportunities am I going to have, and just all that, probably just pissing him off.
Julio Jones came here because of the opportunity to win a ring.
Right.
And then now you see that it's fading. Oh, we got to talk about this though. You got Jalen Hurts to show some emotion.
Yes. Yes, fiery guy.
Yeah, fiery guy. Everybody was like, hey man, we want to see Jalen Hurts. Show some emotion.
Hey. Yes. What did we get out of him?
A golf clap. Yeah, he was like, hey, good job.
He is a fan of Mighty Leg.
Yeah, he likes what Mighty Leg did. He
Mighty
drove the
Leg
ball
was
down.
able to generate emotion out of Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
Only Mighty Leg.
Only Mighty Leg can do it, and like the camera. And it's so funny that the camera's panned over to him at that point.
I know.
Because they were like, that was the big thing that everybody was talking about. Oh, we need Jalen Hurts to show more emotion, to be more of this, be more of that, to be more of a character.
See, when I saw that, I was wondering if that is a genuine Jalen Hurts right there, or
No,
is that
absolutely.
him doing something they're asking him to do?
He's doing what everybody's
He's trying to
pressuring him in to
appease.
do, and then that when you start doing that as a player,
You're
that
lost.
is the beginning of your downfall. Just be what you are. Be who you are.
If you're a stone-faced killer all the time, you
Be
don't
a
have to
stone-faced
clap.
killer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would much rather you be that than you to try to appease everybody and then here you are. 2 cents.
He might listen to us. Probably not.
Nah, probably not. But you know what though? But like, yeah, well, you know what? I tell you what.
He seems like he would have a glass of wine. type of guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Glass of wine with dinner.
He's a glass of wine guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Jalen Hurts.
You think he's a big steakhouse guy? Or is he more of like a private chef at home, cook you a steak type of guy?
I think he's a private chef at home kind of guy. You know, he's private chef at home kind of guy. You know, maybe we got to get invited over.
Oh, I don't know if he. Oh, well.
So you think Jalen Hurts?
Vegetarian restaurant kind of guy?
So Jalen Hurts vegan? Have you tried veganism?
Have I?
Yeah.
No, I don't see the point in it.
I've tried it.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
But I try. I go plant based. I don't like vegan. I don't like the word. It's too aggressive.
Educate me. Educate me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
is it the same thing?
Well,
just don't like the word?
I don't like the word. I go plant based, not veganism.
Right now?
No.
Wine is plant-based.
Why you got to look at my midsection when you say
wasn't.
right now, though? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm a little heavy right now.
I wasn't looking at your midsection. You're wearing a red sweater.
I know I'm a little heavy right now. You know what I'm saying?
We both are.
Like,
It's the
yeah, man.
holidays.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
2024.
Yeah, it was 'tis the
Starts
season.
tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I started today. I got up this morning, got some cardio.
Did you?
Yeah, I got a workout.
Cheers to that.
Yeah,
Cheers
man.
to that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is when you start, you start tying it down. You dial it in. It's a new year.
You know, if we only have 2 weeks left of the season, we're going to have to figure out what else to talk about.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Basketball. The hockey? Should we do 2 non-hockey guys cover the hockey while drinking wine?
Dude, you want me to talk hockey?
I do.
You know, okay.
I heard you talk hockey on the radio.
Oh, it was terrible, dude. Like, cool.
The hockey.
The hockey happened. It happened. He scored. Man, I just ice skated. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's,
Dude, that's our segue.
Yeah, so we're gonna move into hockey.
Hockey
Yeah, let's go talk hockey. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, go talk about the Flyers. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, I think we'll still have some stuff to talk about for a couple weeks, and hopefully more.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Supposedly there's a new lacrosse team in Philly.
Dude, I'm from Florida, man. I know nothing about lacrosse.
Me neither. In Michigan, I don't do lacrosse. Yeah. But they're called the Water Dogs. The Philadelphia Water Dogs.
Oh, okay. Oh, the pro team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's
Kind of
awesome.
a cool logo.
Yeah.
It's a dog logo.
Yeah.
But
So what do we
we could cover them if we don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I don't know a thing about
I
lacrosse.
have absolutely no idea about lacrosse. I know that it's hockey on foot.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, hold on,
Can
no.
you fight
But
lacrosse?
isn't field hockey more like hockey on foot? Yeah, because I mean, and that's
Those are the sticks. I think
Yeah,
lacrosse,
because
you got like a basket or a wicket
you have the
or something,
basket and
right?
you run around, but
Like a wicket?
I don't know what you call
I
it.
don't know either.
Yeah, but yeah, nah,
We have a live audience here today.
yeah. All right.
Cheers to you, live
Cheers
audience.
to you, live audience. So what is this right now? We on the
We are drinking
Crown.
the Crown,
Yes,
which the Eagles are not wearing at the moment.
which is a full body blend.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. A milata body.
Got a good nose on it. So anyway, let's get into this week. We got the Giants coming up. We have to go to the Meadowlands. It's not called Is it still the Meadowlands?
Well, it's MetLife. It's still MetLife.
Well, I
Stadium.
know, but the original stadium wasn't Meadowlands Stadium. They just called it the Meadowlands, right?
Why did they call it Meadowlands? Because it's in that little marsh
No,
pit
it's a
area.
swamp. It's not a meadow.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it's kind of like in that little marsh area that's over
Yeah,
there.
it's very swampy.
Yeah. I don't know why they call it Meadowlands.
Meadowlands?
Yeah, but anyway, so we got to go there.
And Tyrod's going to be starting this
Tyrod
game?
Taylor, should have beat the Rams.
My cord.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have beat the Rams.
Yeah, he should have beat the Rams. I mean, he missed a couple plays. He missed Saquon Barkley on a very easy pass. I mean, what the Rams just did, beat him by 1 point? Something like that. So,
Did you see the debacle with the Detroit-Dallas game? How that ended?
Yeah.
New Year's Eve,
Yeah, the
right?
Detroit-Dallas game. All
Or no,
right.
that was the day, New Year's Eve.
Yeah, the New Year's Eve game. Well, hold on.
Eve.
Eve?
Yeah.
The eve of the
The
eve?
eve of the eve.
So, yeah, it was Saturday night. Yeah, so it was
I don't
Saturday night
know.
game. After I watched Florida State just get destroyed.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, though.
Yeah.
You said no, they shouldn't be in the playoffs. They shouldn't be in the top four because their quarterbacks are
Yeah, with a hurt quarterback, you know what I'm saying, with everything that's going on. And
What was the
then,
score that game? 60-3.
oh, yeah, it's 65-3. It was dude, like it was terrible, man. You know, yeah.
That's why you're not wearing Seminole colors today.
Nah, man. I mean, they got their ass destroyed. Like that was bad. You know what I'm saying? But you knew it was going to happen. I mean, you had 20-some guys.
Isn't that just weird that like you have one quarterback get hurt and then all of a sudden you get worked by freaking? Oh, was there also not a lot of guys playing because?
Yeah, because they weren't playing. You had several guys going to the transfer portal, and then you had a couple guys that
You
just
can't
said,
play in the bowl game if you transfer, if you enter the portal.
yeah, because you're done. You move on to another team.
Can you transfer portal? I don't know how this works or how you even say it. Can you transfer portal after the bowl game?
No, because
You have to make a decision.
the portal shuts down. You know what? Maybe, but I think the portal shuts down January 2nd. You know what I'm saying? So it's only
Tomorrow.
open. Yeah, so it's only open for a very short window.
So all the Florida State players could have played then.
Yeah, I guess so. That went into the transfer. That the guys that went into the transfer portal, but it opens from December. I think it's only like a couple weeks, and then I think it closes January 2nd, and then they have another one around April or May. You know, but that's pretty much how it happens, man.
wild.
You know, so I think that a lot of guys, once they go ahead and put their names into they have to declare themselves or whatever, and then teams will pick them up, and then they're done. They move on to the next team. You know, because you had Marvin Jones' son that was with Georgia. He ended up getting picked up by Florida State.
Really?
Yeah.
So back to the Lions game.
Yeah.
When they were playing, my brother's in town and he's a big Lions fan.
Yeah.
We were very excited watching the game. It was
I thought it was a very
emotional
good
game.
Yeah.
Toward the end there, weird ending. You know, we thought pretty awesome. It was going to be a 2-point conversion, thick two, I guess we would call it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they ran the 2-point conversion to win it. Okay, so here's my problem. with
Yeah, all right. So I had to check in a lot. I had to report eligible a lot. So what do you got?
Well, why didn't they just kick the field goal? Like once that got called off, all right.
Why didn't you just tie it?
Yeah,
at that
just tie the
point? I
game.
know, we said the same freaking thing.
Yeah, why not just tie the game? And then you ran another play, and then there was
And then there was a penalty or something.
There was another penalty.
Even back further.
Yeah.
But we're going to go for it anyway.
yeah, we're gonna go for it anyway. You know, I what's the coach there? What's his name?
Motor City Dan.
Motor City
Dan Campbell.
I love his energy.
Yes.
I love his energy. I love the attitude that he's brought to that team. But at some point, though, like it's to your detriment when you're saying, okay, you know what? You went for the 2-point conversion. It failed. The guy, and now there's a huge controversy over that because you're saying, all right, who they checked in.
Well, you saw 3 offensive linemen go over to the referee.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, for those that don't know, when you are an offensive lineman and you line up in an eligible position, you don't have to report to the ref unless you want to be involved in possibly catching the ball. But if you line up in an eligible position, you have to go report to the referee that you're eligible. Then he has to go tell the whole stadium who's eligible. Hey, number 70 reporter is eligible on this play. Then the defense knows.
Yeah.
Right? So what I think happened is they sent 3 guys over there to try to trick the defense into not being like, which one of those guys is it?
Yeah.
And then in doing so, they tricked the referee.
They tricked the referee.
And then it just backfired on them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so, yeah, it was the right call. Even if the referee got tricked, I don't know if the dude went over there and was like 68 reporting eligible, because if he wanted to catch 2-point, he would have had to do that.
And then it was an illegal formation anyway.
Was it?
Yeah. So that's what they said. It was going to be an illegal formation anyway. But
Well, and that's why everybody's like all this hubbub, and they were like, well, I think all the Dallas guys were like, well, if they would have called 68 eligible, we would have defended it differently, so it wouldn't have been a touchdown or a 2-point conversion. So it's like it sucked the way that it ended.
I just feel like sometimes, coaches kind of get in their own way.
I think that's called ego.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of ego. So, all right, so tell me this. When you say, because I think a lot of people is like, all right, you know what? Sirianni has lost his team. Do you think he's lost his team? Do you think his motivation is not there?
Well, that was a tough one. I wasn't expecting that, Trey. I don't know. I don't know how deep it was. You know, I feel like, you know, I always bring up the hats and the T-shirts that he wears of the guys and stuff, and I think that goes
It was cute.
a way in building a relationship early and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's not as deep of a relationship as you have, like Andy Reid would create a genuine relationship with his players toward the end of their career and stuff like that. It takes time. You can't just create that relationship by showing up and wearing everybody's T-shirt. So I don't know, dude. I don't want to sit out here on the outside and act like I know, but you know, it's definitely being put through the ringer right now. His relationship with the team is definitely being tested, I guess.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes when you have instant success, it's harder to have, you know, to build that rapport with guys.
Yeah.
Because I think within his first couple of years, you playing in the Super Bowl. It was 2 years. Within the second year, you playing in the Super Bowl. So you had instant success. Right. You know, you haven't been battle tested, and so now here you are, and you got to lead some alphas. You got to come in there, and you know, some of those relationships are probably being strained a little bit because, you know, of just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Anytime that shit starts going like off track, there's some ruckus that happens, and then I feel like there has to be one or possibly two of the guys that kind of hold it all together. You know, and I don't know.
Who are your one or two guys that's gonna hold it together though?
Try to hold it all together?
Yeah.
I think Kelsey has to be one of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it automatically falls
on your senior guys.
Yeah.
So Kelsey will be the guy to hold it together on offense. You think Kelsey can rally in AJ Brown?
I wouldn't be surprised if they had a really good relationship with each other.
You wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know if AJ Brown needs to be rallied, or if the coaches need to be rallied. You know, I think the players are just frustrated with the outcome and the narrative and how everything's going. Like, they know that they're good enough. You know what I mean?
One of the things that I can't remember which player said it, but he was saying that practice habits are starting to show up in games. And that's a problem.
Well, that's what we're talking about, details.
Yeah, and then now that becomes a coaching problem.
Player coaches,
you let things slide.
You let things slide. You don't want to be a nag. If you're trying to be cool with players, you can't nag them.
Yeah.
You know, so there's like that thing, but like making guys not cut the corner and touch the line every time.
Yeah.
And you know, jog back from the line of scrimmage and stuff like that. It's fucking naggy.
Yeah,
naggy
it's hard.
But you have to do it.
You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it. Because if not, you're going to have problems like this.
Yeah, and if you don't do it consistently and then all of a sudden you try to do it, everyone's going to be like, fuck you.
Yeah. You have to do it from day one.
Yeah.
You can't, because now it's too late. It's too late. You know what? It would have to start in the off season. You can't become a nag.
No, you can't start. You can't just all of a sudden place focus on little details in season, because that's stuff you do in the off season.
Yeah.
So you have to focus on little details in the off season for it to even have any kind of relevance during the season.
Exactly. And I think that was some of the problems. Yeah, some of the problems.
Could be. That's the great thing about this. Time will tell, right?
Time will tell.
I don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
We got a hunch.
Yeah, we got a hunch. That's
Time
it.
will tell. All right, we are joined with Kyle Jones. He is the jack of all trades. This is very nice, dude. Your wine's been great. What are you pouring here?
This is 100% Chamberson, which is a grape that pretty much only East Coast and like people from Michigan or Central, North or around Minnesota, stuff like that. It's a French American hybrid grape, and so it was developed back in. I guess its development is unknown, actually, if I'm speaking frankly. And so it was hybridized to see what works in the complex red blends of Bordeaux and France, but also in newer growing regions in the United States. Find a cool climate, hardy grape. Because up here in Pennsylvania and anywhere north, we experience frequent freezing events that will damage the superficial structure of the vine. And so,
Superficial? Do you mean like the stuff that gets
stuff-
trimmed off from year to year? Like
or the trunks.
Okay.
Yeah, or the trunks. Yeah, and then there's also soil parasites that exist in North America that aren't necessarily native to the European landmass, and so they're grafted vines.
Yeah.
And so Chambourcin is actually able to be own-rooted or grafted in the way that it was hybridized in its parentage, which is still kind of mixed. There's a lot of Chambourcin currently in our current tasting room menu. This is 100% Chambourcin. I got to grow just familiar with it, working with it in Pennsylvania. I was unfamiliar with it and came to like it. And so this is 100% Chambourcin grown in 2018, which was a really wet year. And made a lot of wine growers in Pennsylvania say, hey, growing wine grapes isn't fun anymore.
Okay.
But it was really my first season to cut my teeth as my own winemaker because I was left to produce about, 40,000 gallons of wine on my own after some responsibility had shifted within the organization. And so I saw that as my job, look at the tools in front of me and make the thing go.
Okay.
And this was just an experiment. I felt like I had some extra energy during that growing season. It was particularly wet, and so potentially worried about the grapes not getting completely ripe or having the flavors diluted. I had just gotten back from a trip to Valpolicella, Italy, and they make a style, an Amarone style wine, and so they let the grapes dry out and dehydrate for a period of time. And they use dehydrated grapes and fresh grapes and juice and make different wine blends for different markets. And this is me experimenting with Chambourcin, completely drying in as close to the apasamiento method as I could.
We've run into Chambourcin quite a bit
It's
around
yeah,
here.
it's pretty common.
Actually, that's the one we ate at our very first show. The dude came and gave us a fresh Chambourcin grapes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. If you had to pick one, okay, I wouldn't say. If you had to pick one wine to be your favorite, what would it be? As a winemaker, I'm always curious. Like, what do you guys? Or if you had to pick one grape, what would be your favorite? Is that trying to ask you to pick a favorite kid?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I like working with Cabernet Franc because it does have.
My youngest son is my favorite.
Easy.
Yeah, my youngest son.
Still so much unknown.
Which one is your favorite? Since we're all talking about this,
Since we're talking about favorite kids,
I'm just playing.
I have a favorite son and a favorite daughter.
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think I was saying Cabernet Franc.
Yeah, Cab Franc.
Because it makes a bunch of different styles of wine, from rosé to nice full-bodied wines, and it's got the traditional kind of ageability that you find in grapes that you like to make high-quality wine out of, because you don't want to put all that time and effort into a wine expecting it to last for 40 years and then give it to somebody and then have it take it home and say after a couple, like, hey, this doesn't really taste like
Cab Franc's very versatile, right?
It is.
Very versatile grape. Do you guys grow that on property here? I know you.
Yeah,
I
there's a
saw
bunch
you.
out there.
You do source some grapes from around the state, right?
Yeah. Right now it's all outsourced fruit, and so it took a year to rehab the trunks that were outside because that's what was left for the growing season of 2022.
Okay.
And so I had the trunks, and then whatever green material grew out of them during that growing season, I trained up onto the trellis just to keep healthy primary budwood for the following year, which was this year's growing season, and started taking the fruit off of it again. And each year is a learning process. Learning from each particular vine because they're 27 years old. I believe they're planted in the mid-90s. And so it's a partnership between the person that manages the vineyard and each individual vine. And so I view it as a practice in that way. And if you're down for the practice, then you keep at it, and then at game time it shows up, right?
Yeah. How long does that process take when you're talking about rehabbing the vines?
Well, it depends. It depends on the state of the vineyard and the state that it was left in beforehand. And so could be a couple of years, could be an immediate rebound.
Anything planned for the new year?
Always scheming.
Always scheming.
Opportunities to be creative. And there's some events that we had last year that we're going to continue this year. That first one on mind is the Peony Festival. which is just a natural phenomena that happens here. A peony rose erupts every year. There's 5 acres of them, 100 yards that way, and they've been here for almost as long as this property has been here. And so when I was rehabbing the vines that first growing season, I noticed these other things growing over there. And after the end of the season, when I saw that they just came up, they were beautiful, and then they did their thing. They had their season.
Yeah.
They came down. I said, "Oh, that was amazing." I said, "Next year we got to share that." And so we threw a party this year,
That's awesome.
and it was very nice, and people had a great time. Live music,
Yeah.
food,
Is that in the spring?
flowers. Yeah, that's in
Yeah.
the spring. The third weekend in May, which is pretty much you can mark your calendar to it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, the grower's really happy, and it's because it's not my flowers, and so it's just making
Yeah.
partnerships here.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
To kind of illuminate something that would have other just been enjoyed by a few people.
Right, yeah.
Then one of the things I think that's really cool about this tasting room is that you have all the art around here, and then just explain to them about the art and just how people can even buy it.
Yeah, the art on the walls is representative of some of the local artists that live and work here in southern Chester County. And so there's mixed media between all of the different works, and they rotate at least every 6 months, change out the full collection. We sell pieces every month, and so people come in the tasting room, they take a lap as they contemplate which wine they would like to drink, or while they're already sipping on wine, they say, "Hey, I kind of like this. It looks very nice. If you know anything about the artist, can you share it?" And then they say, "I would like to take it home," and we arrange it.
That's awesome. I see some space on the wall for some Trey Thomas work.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, you got a lot of, I'm sure you got a lot of paintings at home, right?
Yeah, I paint. Yeah.
I know people.
Yeah. Nah,
Let's throw them up, Trey.
Yeah,
I just met him.
Like
I
that.
just met him.
Yeah, I'm not like that.
Throw them up, Trey. Hey,
Yeah.
don't be shy.
I painted the walls when I first got here, and then the artist came in, and one of the artists, she said, "Hey, what are your plans for all these beautifully, freshly painted walls?" And she said, "I would love to cover them with beautiful canvases. I just need to meet the people who can help me do that."
Yeah, that's cool though. That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's an awesome thing. Well, it's great wine. Thanks for having us out. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Thank you for coming out.
Pleasure to meet
Cheers.
you.
Yeah,
as well.
thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. All right.
Come on out here. Check out the Acadian Wine Company in West Grove. It'll be worth the trip.
Absolutely.
We'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully after an Eagles victory. You need to slay the giant.
Hopefully.
I'm hopeful. Trey's not very hopeful.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.